Hey guys and gals, Undead. Wanted to do a mid-season update for Destiny 2's Season of the Splicer, where we had our major sandbox update the other day. We've had a lot of major updates. I want to talk about those a little bit. And I also want to talk about Solstice of Heroes and what I think of the state of the game in my opinion right now. We had shotguns and hand cannons addressed the other day, but I will talk about that last. Let's talk about Solstice of Heroes. If you don't know what Solstice of Heroes is, it is about a month and 10-day long event that happens in Destiny 2. And it's basically just meant for you to grind a garbage armor set that you're never going to use. It's going to sit in your vault. It is a very lazy summer event meant to do nothing more than to make you waste your materials and to push people towards the Eververse store. Nothing has changed from last year except from a few objectives on the armor, and they have 2 quality of life changes added to the EAZ. In particular, some very broken jump pads. When you are using a jump pad in a game, it is not supposed to cap you at your height. You're supposed to be able to jump inside of jump pads, not make you hit your head on the ceiling if you try to go an inch above the intended height. I don't get it. And also the region chests right now as well for the actual area, they stay lit up whenever you actually go to find them during the little scavenger hunt. The only issue is now is they've moved them to different places from how they did last year, so you can't memorize them, and they put them in more annoying places. They did this because there was nothing more disheartening than getting 13 bosses killed, which I think the maximum is either 13 or 14, and going to find your chest and only being able to find 6 because you couldn't memorize where they were, because you didn't look at your third of the map good enough. It's lazy. The actual armor set itself, I don't care how it looks. I've never been big into fashion in Destiny. My character rocks red and black always, and I've worn the exact same armor set since Shadowkeep. Nothing has changed. I've been wearing black armory crap since that. I'm wearing the Dragon Regalia cloak, and that's it. My armor set has not changed and will never change, ever, because I literally have the perfect stat rolls and everything, so I don't care about the armor. Grinding for the armor is a pain in the dick. There's nothing more annoying than being forced into doing stuff you don't want to do, but they gave you the option this year. It's like either kill so many champions or kill 15 guardians in competitive. Good luck doing competitive because it's sweaty and there's cheaters there now on Xbox. They have it so you have to clear dungeons. No one runs dungeons anymore. Less than 10% of the Destiny community has completed a raid, let alone dungeons as well. Either complete a master level or legend level lost sector, and no one's for completing master level or grandmaster nightfalls. Less than 10% of the community has ran those as well. I understand you're trying to get us to play other stuff, and I swear to God, if they would have put Gambit in this again, somebody would have lost their mind, because Gambit is trash. I don't understand how this event is this lazy. Let's talk about the rewards. Okay. The most complained about gun right now in the game is shotguns, right? So what do? You put a shotgun as the seasonal reward for this event. A compass rose. A reskin of something that we have had for years now. You added a reskin of a Wishbringer. Why? I don't know. It is a reskin of a Retrofuturist. You couldn't even be for a 1 month long, once a year event. You could not be bothered to come up with a new weapon model. I think the Glacio Clasm was the last time we've had a seasonal event weapon that was different. Even though it was just a reskin of an Erentil, it actually had different stuff on it that made it feel special. This gun, there's nothing's changed. You put a blue and gold trim on it and called it good. And the perk rolls as well are trash. I'm going to talk about trash perks in a minute because I have a lot to say about that. You guys ruined some of my favorite weapons in the game. This event is lazy. There's nothing there. And the fact that I constantly lose keys and chests from my inventory to open later because they bug out and just get up and walk out of my inventory, it's a little bit aggravating. I lost a stack of 40 of those chests the other day. You know how annoying that is, considering that is 3 to 4 hours worth of work in the EAZ? Doing something I don't want to do? I could be playing Divinity Original Sin 2, but no, I'm grinding garbage in Destiny 2 right now. Just to get enough Triumph score to get my shirt. It's lazy. Speaking of Triumph, there's an issue where you were losing Triumph score. It was resetting people's Triumphs. Some of them you could get back, and some of them you couldn't. I lost about 80% of my crap for the Red War. That campaign ended over 3 years ago. I can't get that back. So, there's that gone. Let's talk a little bit about the Dreaming City weapons that they added in the Moon weapons. Oh boy. The Dreaming City weapons were some of my favorite weapons in the game because they were the most beautiful and they actually had some pretty hidden talents if you actually got good with the gun. Like Tiger Spike was one of the best autos rifles whenever it was first released because of just how consistent it was. And it just sounded mean when you were shooting it. Waking Vigil was amazing. The, what is it? I forgot the name of the sniper rifle. It was just insane for the amount of just random kills you get with body shots because of how... Oh, Twilight Oath, excuse me. Because of how accurate it was. It had basically no recoil. You just get insane kills. It was insane. And they also brought back some of the Moon weapons as well, which were pretty underrated. Particularly the Lullaby hand cannon that is now at 120. It's the only 1 out of 2 that can roll a kill clip on it. And I got my god roll last night. I think it was polygonal rifling, accurized rounds, tunnel vision, and kill clip. So I'm set. I don't have to get anything else. And it has a stability masterwork to basically bring it up. So I'm fine with it. I don't have to touch that gun again. They brought back like the SMG and the Tranquility and the fusion rifle. The only issue is they ruined the perk pool. They took away everything fun like rangefinder or on particular guns, accurized rounds. Some could roll with Zen Moment, I believe. They took away all damage dealing perks, and instead you replace it with crap like Osmosis or Elemental Capacitor or Surplus or just garbage we don't want. You ruined the perk pool. You changed them for no reason. Tranquility has some of the worst rolls out of any weapon in the entire game. It used to be one of the best guns for DPS in the entire game. I don't understand either why you couldn't have just unsunset these guns and let me use the old ones, but no, instead, I have to grind, and I've said this before in a video when I said sunsetting was a scam. I'm having to grind for this crap again when I've had a god roll of this gun for over 2 years. I have to grind for the exact same one again just because you want me to. When you couldn't just flip a switch. Do you guys see how fast you unset sunsetting because it was literally just you flipping a switch? Why couldn't you have done that? It wouldn't have hurt anything. Oh, and did I mention the Dreaming City weapons don't drop at all? That's fun, right? The only way I got a new Dreaming City weapon was I ran into the secret hidden tunnel underneath the EAZ and got a retold tale. It was trash. It was absolutely just garbage. And I sharded it. Someone dug in the code and found out the drop chance for these guns are 0.0000001% chance of getting a weapon to drop. You have a better chance of getting the player you want in FIFA Ultimate Team than getting the gun you want in Destiny 2 right now. How sad is that? One of the most predatory games on the planet has a better drop rate than one of the biggest shooters on console. Brilliant. I don't know how that slipped through the cracks, but you know, bugs happen. I should have known something was up when I was running Blind Well. I played it for 10 hours straight the other day. I added another 8,000 kills onto my Sunshot. I have 2 of them now. I'm just seeing which one. I just keep swapping them out. I have one for PvP and one for PvE. And, well, I'm sticking with the PvE one. It sucks in PvP. Sorry. But how does that make it through the cracks? I just don't get it. You couldn't have checked the math? This goes to and DMG's, pardon our dust. We're sorry. We know we're going to address it in the future. Flip the switch. Turn the loot on. Please. it would be nice because these are some of my favorite guns in the game. I would like to actually, you know, have a reason to grind for them because, well, I can't get them regardless. Let's talk about the Sandbox Changes. They addressed Stasis a while back, and Stasis is dead. It is absolutely dead. They went a little too far, even for me, and killed it. And I'm okay with it. But let's talk about the hand cannon and shotgun nerf. 120s have been reined in, like, ever so slightly. There's still a bit of an issue, but they can't two-tap with Rampage anymore. So, that's that. There's nothing more fun now than seeing a Stompy Hunter run up on me with a Felwinter's Lie and not being able to one-tap me from 8 meters. He leaves me with, like, a cracked shield and 3/4 health. And if I have something like a Bastion or a Lord of Wolves myself, he's done for. It's nice to see. But the issue was never really the guns a lot of the time. I mentioned that. Particularly shotguns. The issue is the fact that you constantly trip over special ammo in the Crucible. And the fact that you can run double scavenger mods that make it so that people drop 2 and 3 shotgun shells on a kill. Shotgun ammo, or just special in general, should only drop on primary kill only. It should never drop on special kill. You shouldn't be able to get back what you used with what you just used. You should never have that happen. That is a very bad way to handle the ammo economy. And I'm hoping they have a system similar to the D1 where they put, like, I don't know, maybe a crate system, but, you know, an actual good crate system. And I'd be okay with it. Overall, this season, and I have not mentioned story because I don't care. I am going to talk about something, though, after this. My overall seasonal rating for this season is a 7 out of 10. So far, it's a good time. I'm really getting sick of running expunge missions because they were fun the first time. Now they're just boring. That endless night just up and disappeared, didn't it? It was darkness everywhere and darkness encroaching. And out of nowhere, it's just sunny days, man. Look at Solstice of Heroes is here. Can you believe it? And then it's going to be like a scene in a movie where it's just like, it's just nice and sunny. And then the next scene, it's just like this rain everywhere. Dude just got hair down in front of his face. Just going all emo with it. It's basically that. The tower right now is going bipolar. And they basically just ruined their storytelling. Just doing that. And it throws the whole thing off. Not like I really cared anyway, but it's just a detail that just doesn't make sense to me. But what do you guys think of this season so far? I think it's, like I said, it's a solid 6.5, 7 out of 10. I'll give it that. There's still some work that needs to be done, particularly bringing other things up in the Crucible. Scout rifles can actually compete a little bit now, but they're still a little too weak in the Crucible. I would like to see those brought up. Auto rifles are in a mediocre spot. I'd like to see them brought up some, but you got to be careful because they're a spray weapon. It's very easy to use. And hand cannons, especially 140s right now, are ruling the Crucible. I've been seeing a lot of Ace of Spades and a lot of Palindrome again, and it's crazy to see. But that's for now, guys. If you enjoyed this, a like and a sub is always appreciated. If you made it to the end of the video and you're new here, consider subbing and sticking around. I do some pretty funny content at times, in my opinion. And why haven't you hit the like button yet? I mean, this is my best work here. But that's it for now, guys. See y'all later. Peace.